Do you have Q-tips?
Yeah, somewhere.
Let me go get them.
Okay, slay.
Okay. Also, this chair keeps like turning.
Yeah. She said,
She said,
you're getting the profile.
"You're getting everything, Mama."
Mm-hmm.
Also, this is the worst clacker. It's terrible.
That's like
and it's already broken. It's from Target.
That's like a wet flapping fan.
Wet flapping.
Versus. Ow.
Hey.
I'm really good at
I need
it.
to get a clacker fan.
I like the idea of a clacker fan, and then some twink is in the audience offbeat, just...
I have a name. That was me one Pride year because I got drunk and I was just like, yes, we're gonna try this, and then like people were looking at me and like, alright, never mind. Alright, never mind.
Like, I just wanted to be supportive. Okay.
Alright, shall we?
We shall.
You have to start us, remember?
Hi!
Hi!
Hello!
We are your hostesses with the mostesses.
Your favorite living gal pals.
Miss Avocado.
And Wanda Gag! Featuring...
Hunky Dory.
Yeah.
Hunky Dory. Do you have a tagline?
I usually say, here for a good time, not a long time. Everything is hunky dory with the short king of Minneapolis.
I love that.
Period.
Okay.
It's a long tagline. I need to put it down. But it's fine.
So we are not fully in makeup yet. We have a gig in a few weeks that Hunky will also be a part of, where it's an all-king brunch, and Ava and I have never done king makeup before.
Yes. And so
We're going to be learning from the best. All about king makeup, and interviewing Hunky, because you haven't been on the podcast yet.
I haven't. I'm excited.
So right off the bat, as we are starting our makeup, what is the first step?
So
Do you block down your brows?
I do.
Okay, good.
So I
Okay.
feel like a lot of kings don't actually block down their brows, but for me, I feel like my brows just are a little too low, so it like allows me to actually like get the color a little bit further up and blend it out more. So
Gotcha.
I do block down my brows.
Love that. Okay. Oh, I should probably put on a wig cap. That might be helpful. You're wearing a hat.
I am wearing
You're
a
so
hat.
butch.
I'm butch today.
For the lesbians.
Yeah.
Do it for the lesbians.
This one's for you, lesbians. Happy Pride.
Let's go, lesbians! Let's go, lesbians!
Should Hunky be in the middle because Hunky's doing the tutorial?
Oh, if you want.
Like,
Yeah, I don't
would you
care.
like to be center stage?
Sure.
Okay, I was gonna say, I feel weird being at the center.
Do we need to retape then?
We'll figure it out.
That's okay. This is covered in glow.
It's a, ooh. Yeah, thank you.
For you.
Thank you. Delicious, thank you.
Yeah, just a little snack for later, you know?
I mostly don't want that, like, just a wig cap, because I don't want to give Quinn, like, pictures of me in half mug and a wig cap. Because she will use those. So.
Oh.
Shout out to Quinn Munson. She's the meme lord.
She's a bastard.
She is a bastard.
Oh my gosh, it's so squishy.
So for everyone wondering, what are your pronouns in and out of drag?
In drag, I go by they, he. Out of drag, I go by they, she. Yeah, I get that question so much.
So are
What
you?
was that one?
I was gonna say, what was that one person they came up? They're like, "Are you a boy or a girl?"
I feel like I can't talk about it because I don't want to offend anyone. But yeah, someone came up to me and was like, so, boy or girl? And I was like, I mean, out of drag, I identify as like non-binary. And she said, she just like paused for the longest time and then looked at me and just went, yeah, I don't get it. And I was like, bitch, neither do I. But here we are.
Here we are.
So,
If it feels right, it feels right.
if it feels right, it feels right.
Probably should have washed my face before this, but we're gonna make it work.
No.
Just like there's still probably foundation from last night on my face.
Trap the gunk.
But, yeah.
Trap the gunk in there. It adds to the masculine.
You want to be masked, have a nice gunky base.
So how long have you been doing drag now?
9 months.
9 months. Oh my
Only
god.
9. Yeah, so almost a year in August. The first show was at the Dick Von Dyke show.
I feel like he's got like a track record lately of involving new performers that then like really make it.
I love it. I really, really love it. I think it's awesome to have an opportunity. Especially, he likes to include a lot of drag kings in that new performer aspect.
Love
and
that.
I think that's really important too, because I don't feel like sometimes we get the space to do that unless it's like at work or saloon in a competition, which I feel like can be like really,
A lot.
really
Daunting,
stressful.
yeah.
And it's like, I feel like you have to have like everyone should have a safe space to like
Practice.
practice and not feel the pressure of having to compete against people who have been doing work every single week for like a year.
Exactly.
So,
no, I feel that. That's why we've started adding guest spots to our shows, just because I'm like, there are some newer performers that like, I don't know if I want to book yet, but I would like to give them a space to perform.
yeah,
so
absolutely. And it's good practice too, I think. It's just like, how are you supposed to get better if you can't actually like
Perform anywhere.
right, other than like open stages,
which are very good practice, but they also are so mentally taxing.
I also feel like they're very hit or miss sometimes. Like you could either get like the best audience in the world, or you can get people who are literally just like
True.
dead ass staring at you, not saying a word.
Or you could be like the person that goes first after the judges, and then there's like 2 people in the audience.
Right.
And then by the time the last person goes, you've got like 20 people in the audience that saw the last number and are like, yes, I love that.
Yeah.
They win. I love them.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So, I love that you sipped at the same time. You're just so,
So insane.
so insane.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
That happens a lot.
It's marriage, baby.
No, that's kind of why I don't know when we're gonna get to do it again. I have to talk with the wine cafe, but that's what I like about our open stage. Is like, it's not really a. I guess it is like.
It is a competition, but you know, like the prize is like you get more money. Everybody gets money.
Everyone
from
gets
being
show
there.
pay, so we split the door amongst the 6
That's
contestants.
so cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah, so everyone gets show pay, and then you do your 2 numbers. You get 2 numbers, and you get scored and critiqued on them. So you get feedback on both of your performances, and then basically, of the top 2 scores, we bring them up, and the audience picks number 1. We just want some kind of way to bring in more audience, so you're incentivized. Like 1, you'll get paid more if you bring in more friends, and 2, you might actually win if you bring in more friends.
Right.
So
Well, and I love that you're bringing like an open stage down to Mankato.
It's
because
needed.
I was gonna say I know the first time I saw drag down in Mankato was literally Luna.
Yeah,
same.
true.
She was one
Shout
of the
out
first.
to Luna Muse.
Luna Muse. I need to have her back on. Oh.
But yeah, so that was like the first time I ever saw drag down there, and then like they brought people down from the cities, and that's how I think Luna learned about like open stages in Minneapolis, I think. So
and making that drive up to the saloon or to the 90s on
Or
a Wednesday,
Lush.
on a
Yeah.
Wednesday or Thursday night, late at night,
It's
and then driving back is awful.
exhausting. Yeah, no one wants to do that.
There's not really anyone local doing our open stage.
The only person is Sriracha, and they won the first episode, so.
Yeah, but I think it's also, I mean, it's nice to have like a space down there where people from Mankato can come and see drag more because.
And it's like $5 at the door, so it's
Oh,
a
it's
really cheap, easy way to
Yeah.
see new drag.
That's really nice.
Yeah. Do you lick the glue stick?
Do I lick the glue stick?
Yeah, at the last coat, you lick it.
Yeah, I lick every single coat.
You do what now?
You lick it.
What is this
Hey,
trick?
Hunky. That's it. That's all you do.
It's
And then-
not-
Hey, Hunky. That's...
Well, it adds some
What is
that?
moisture,
That was just
and
Oh,
then
I
me.
suppose it smooths it down.
for the last layer, then
Yeah.
the powder mixes with it, and it really just becomes a lot smoother.
Okay.
So that's... I learned that from Trixie Mattel.
That's actually...
I would say most of the queens
Oh, that's
do
a
that now.
really weird sensation, though, and I don't know if I like that.
Licking the glue stick.
Slippery.
It's a weird flavor.
Wow. Okay. Okay. So, after I get my last layer on, I actually don't powder right away.
Oh.
It's a
whoops.
me thing? No,
Oh,
it's just a
okay.
me thing. Like, honestly, it doesn't matter. But then I go in with like an orange or like bronze color.
Oh, you
like
color
cream,
correct.
and I color correct my brows because they are a little bit darker. So,
Valid.
so I just do that. But they're not dry yet. Where's my fan? My
I put it here.
My terrible, terrible fan.
Wait, give it a clack. Give it a.
It doesn't even clack.
No, I need to get a new one. I
Oh.
literally, my other one broke, and I was like, I need to go to the nearest place that I know that has like a big fan. It was Target.
So where did you get your drag name, by the way?
I honestly was sitting there trying to figure out a drag name because it was like it was like a week before my first gig with Dick Von Dyke, and I was like, I guess I couldn't figure out anything, and then I was listening to David Bowie's album Hunky Dory,
Oh.
and I was like, that works.
That works.
And it could come with like the tagline of like everything's hunky dory, like yeah. So yeah, that's how I got my drag name.
Love that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I love when people call me Hunky. I'm like,
Hunky.
like, that is my name, and I also am hunky. So.
Absolutely.
I was gonna say David Bowie's a trend in your drag. An echoing theme.
In my drag?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
absolutely. I love David Bowie so much. I grew up watching Labyrinth, like you both know.
Oh, absolutely.
So I take a lot of inspiration from him.
I was gonna say, and you're actually bringing him to Battle of the Divas July 17th in Mankato at the 507.
Yeah, I'm really excited.
That's really fun.
I used him for Drag Duel's Snatch Game.
Ooh.
People ate that up.
That was so good. I'm so glad you went last because then you got to like knock everything
That was
off
my
of the table.
favorite
Everybody
moment.
left
I literally
all
was
their-
like,
yeah.
why is everyone's stuff still on this table? And then I was like, but honestly, it's perfect because that's, I feel like, exactly what he would do.
Like, I might have started that trend because I just forgore, but...
I think you did because I think I forgot mine too. So I was like, oopsies. Do you add any foundation otherwise? Because otherwise, how we do it is we just walk and then
I straight up
foundation.
just cover it.
Wait. Foundation?
Yeah, well then like I'll foundation my whole face and
I don't. I do my eyes first because with the colors that I'm doing, a lot of fallout.
Right.
But that's if you're doing it like Hunky. So
that's true. Well, I guess
that's
I'm
nice
doing it like
too.
Hunky.
I'm just gonna foundation my eyes.
Yeah, and then I actually, fun fact, how my makeup is so vibrant is I use a white base on my eyebrows and eyelids because it just makes it pop more. So.
Well then I should maybe go grab my white base. I will be right back.
I can't do that. How did you do that?
Do you know that one? Do you know who Vitas is?
No.
He's that Russian performer that does the...
Don't make me sing.
Yes, I for sure do. I just didn't know.
He's also the guy that goes the... If I could do it. But...
Can I hear that again?
Yeah.
So now I'm gonna powder after I color corrected, and then I'm gonna go in with white.
It's very hot in this room.
It is really warm.
I turned the AC down to like 70.
Oh, okay.
And we'll see what happens.
Would it,
Yes.
Okay. Would it throw shit off if we turned the fan on?
I said yes. I know. I knew what you were gonna ask.
I wasn't
already
sure. But what if...
No.
I am so not ready for like hot August and July drag. It's already warm right now for June.
It's fine when it's like a nighttime show and then like you step out on the patio and you're like,
And
oh,
you're like, oh Lord,
thank God.
beautiful.
And then sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's actually hotter. Which is rare, but... Because I feel like the saloon is either frigid or boiling.
It's cold as fuck downstairs, but upstairs it's like that big industrial fan has to be going at all times or else you're literally just going to be a puddle on the floor.
That's so true.
But...
And then you're trying to talk to people like, hey girl, what's up? And they're like, what?
Why do you say?
What did he say?
They're selling chocolate. Did I tell you that my phone, because I'm at the saloon so much, recognizes it as a work? It pinned it as a workplace.
Slay.
Which is funny to me.
I love that. I was gonna say during drag duels there was a time where it was like going to saloon and I was like, yes.
Me alone. Yes,
Yes, I am.
Okay. Can I use some of your white base, my love?
Yeah.
Because I don't have any. Thank you.
You can also use mine if you want.
Oh wait, yeah, you got them
Krylon.
that Krylon stick.
We have one of those somewhere.
I love it.
Ew, I don't.
I
where
have
am
also used because of annoying.
Oh, and shout out, and noise.
Yes, I'm just shouting out everyone. The Ben Nye white is also really
yeah.
nice. And I feel like I honestly think that one's a little bit more malleable than the Krylon stick.
That's true. So besides David Bowie, what are some other kind of performances we can expect from Hunky Dory when we, like if we just saw you at a show, what would we potentially see?
Huge fan of like rock music, emo music, so whenever I get the chance to do like King for a Day by Pierce the Veil, or like any Panic at the Disco, I really, really love that. Not a lot of Harry Styles, but I do Harry
I've seen a
Styles
trend, yeah.
sometimes. But then, I feel like there's one more. I really love DNCE with Joe Jonas.
I do like DNCE.
Bop.
Cake by the Ocean, come on.
Toothbrush.
Toothbrush.
Is
When I saw you perform that, I was like,
good.
somebody else knows this song. I love this song. Yes!
I love that song with every fiber of my being, but
You also, I mean, I don't know if you like want to perform them, but you are very good at like NSYNC and Backstreet Boys. Like you really do have that fuckboy era when you want it.
Yeah, that's kind of my brand. So.
The fuckboy
The
era.
fuckboy era.
All right.
What's next?
Okay,
Reverse raccoon.
So then I go in to do my eyeshadow. What colors are we wanting to do, or are you guys going to do different colors?
I'm always a blue girly.
Okay.
I am not picky. I didn't actually bring any eyeshadow upstairs.
So I want to go grab that.
You might want-
Oh my gosh. See, when I get ready too, it's not ever like an organized thing. It's
really?
everywhere.
We have our vanities downstairs, and when I'm done with something, it goes back in the drawer.
See, that's really smart.
I always like to have like a counter in front of me of
That
free
is
space.
Very smart.
And I am a messy gremlin.
I am also a messy gremlin.
Y'all are just so silly. I love it.
Silly goofy guy. Silly goofy guy. All the time.
Did you bring your big spray bottle of alcohol?
I didn't.
Well, we have one.
Paper towels and alcohol.
I have it for my hairs.
Your hairs.
I will go buy the towels.
Oh no. Okay.
Darkness, my old friend.
We're doing really well today.
Oh, this poor camera is like, how much light is in this room?
I know, it's really trying to figure it out.
That's life. How many brushes do you use?
I kind of just like, usually like 2 to 3.
Okay, yeah, same.
I just like to have options out in case I don't like what I'm doing.
Gonna say, got our A-listers.
All right, and then my true love in life is isopropyl alcohol.
Ooh. Yeah, once you told us about that, I was like, okay, that makes sense, actually.
Well, because it like dries super fast too, so it's like, especially I have a lot of like cream products that I like using.
I can't believe I spent like $12 on brush cleaner one time at this point.
Yeah.
Now that I've known how well isopropyl works.
It does. I honestly think that I trust it more than just like a cleanser, you know?
Yeah.
Because it's alcohol, but...
So it'll also clean the bacteria.
Yeah, true. I don't know if it's bad for brushes. It might be.
Maybe.
You live and you learn, you know?
Exactly. And you learn to live. And I always say
And
that.
I always say that. During Black Friday, Juvia's place, it was 50% off, so I got a whole brush set, and they are some of the best brushes I've ever had.
I say I really like this brush. She does all the miracle work, and without her, I'm...
What brushes are they?
It's just like a big fluffy blending brush. Oh, this set, I don't remember. It was a Morphe one.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah. Morphe.
R.I.P.
I use so many of their palettes still.
Yeah.
I was about to... I'm dipping into one today.
I use,
have-
I got this whole brush set for like, I don't know.
Slide.
I'm going to start with the lightest, so we want to do blues.
I would like to do blues.
Okay.
I don't know what...
Yeah.
Sure.
Let's
do blues.
I like to go in with a lighter blue
Okay.
to start with the blending process. So I go in with the lightest blue I have to just kind of start the base process of it. And we said we wanted to do a halo eye.
Yes.
Okay, so it's going to go all the way around. So I start usually on the outer corner of my eye, bring it up to the middle, and then you just sit there and blend, you know?
Do you like
yeah,
put the
I go into
yeah.
my eyebrow.
Slay.
And then I just go from the center into the corner of my eye, like so.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh,
jeez.
shit.
Featuring Rengar. Welcome to the podcast.
Wow.
Okay, no. Beep, 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 beep. Sorry, bud. Off.
Sorry.
And then, so for this, you kind of want to do like a good, like, solid chunk, and then it goes down into the crease of the eye too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
For the darker shade?
With the same shade.
Oh.
And with my makeup, I do the brows, like, kind of over the eyeshadow a little bit, and then I put that white line in to, like,
Gotcha.
cut it off.
And now a word from our original sponsor, Fruity Wigs. Hi, Fruits. It's your hairy diva, Miss Avocado, and Miss Ma'am. Did you know that she's been selling wigs for 3 years, officially? In that time, I've sold wigs to kings, queens, monarchs, and cosplayers all over the country. I've done a variety of styles, from updos, ponies, caged wigs, Marcel waves, to ugly styles. to commission your very own Fruity Wigs or to see my catalog of styles. Follow and message at Fruity Wigs on Instagram. Remember to check my Instagram story for themed flash sales of stage-ready wigs. Lastly, if you've worn a Fruity Wig and would like to be featured on the official Fruity Wigs Instagram, send a message with a picture you love in your Fruity Wig. And now back to your regularly scheduled... Oh, shit, wait, there's another ad. Bye, Fruits!
Hey there. Want to sponsor the podcast? Want to have a silly little ad in the middle of the episode? Want to be a goofy girl and give me money to keep producing this podcast? Well, for just $20, you can have a spotlight to promote whatever. Got a show coming up? A service or skill like stoning? Or just have a sickening picture you want to show off? We'll promote it for you. Don't have an ad but love the podcast? You can still sponsor us and we'll give you all our love on the pod. Send us an email at dragmewithaspoon@gmail.com to become a sponsor now.
And we're back!
And we're back from Barb and Star.
Oh, yes.
I love boobies. We're gonna take a short break, and we're back.
No, I'm just thankful I got an entire year locked in my house to have to learn to do drag makeup before I could touch a stage. That was that was nice.
Was it COVID?
Yeah.
Was that when you started?
Yeah.
Like in the middle of COVID.
I started, May 2020.
Okay.
I was like,
So
well,
you
I
made
have
the
government
fans?
money. I have time. I guess, why not now?
That's right, government shutdown that
Yeah.
yields drag queens.
Yeah.
And it did.
How long have you been doing drag?
Since shortly before COVID. I think the first time that I was ever in drag was like 2018, but that wasn't like when I was doing open stages and stuff. I just did it for a school production, which was the, I don't know if you saw it while you were at MSU, but it was the Fairy Tales review that we did. I was fairy godmother. I was the crunchiest fairy godmother you ever did see, because I borrowed a wig from Luscious, and it was like this dark-rooted curly mess.
Oh my gosh.
That had been whipped around too many times, and then I tried to do my own drag makeup, which one as well as we can picture it right here or something.
I'll put it in.
Something. It was.
I've seen the picture from it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. She thought she was serving with 3 shades too dark of foundation.
So you have a background in theater. How does that influence your drag?
I do. So I started performing when I was 5. So I've been performing my entire life.
Broadway baby.
Little Broadway baby. But so that, I mean, when I got into high school, I was like, I don't know what I want to do with my life, and except for perform. Like, I've only ever wanted to perform.
Mm-hmm.
Like, when people asked me what I wanted to be when I was older, I said I want to perform and be happy. Like,
Love
that's
that.
my answer.
Cute.
So, yeah, I can be cute sometimes. But so then I got my degree, and then I was I was auditioning for things, but it's hard out here.
Yeah.
So I looked at Luna one day and was like, how would you feel about me being a drag king? Because I did Hedwig and the Angry Inch back in college, so
And
like,
so good.
It was.
it was one of my favorite shows ever.
You got to reprise that recently.
Yeah, that was so much fun. It was stressful, but it was so much fun.
I mean, yeah, you're like being thrown into a show that's been happening already for like.
Right.
Yeah.
And like 24 hours beforehand too, I was like, it was literally like living like in a nightmare dream. Like, I have dreams like, oh, you need to go on stage, and I'm like, I don't know my lines. and then so that was literally what happened. So, but.
Yet you persisted.
And yet I did it. I did it.
How do you have a cat eye shape going somehow? Like on your left side, it's like snatched up into there's like a little bit of a corner.
That's just my face. I can't help it. I was born cunty.
Okay.
Is this like?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay.
Okay.
I tried to make it round.
You want to make it as round as possible, but then I go in
Alright.
with a brighter blue.
Same brush, or do you go in with something smaller?
I go in with something smaller.
Okay.
This is one of my favorite. I've wanted one of these like for so long. It's like
I'll
a
just keep
really
it a point brush.
yeah, and it's lovely. But I go in, I kind of go into the exact same color a little bit. For you, I would do it a little bit lower than the actual color.
Okay.
But I just do the same exact shape. I like the androgynous look of it, you know?
Absolutely.
I feel like the eyes should take the longest because it's like the most. It's the
focal point. Period.
Period.
So, That's what I usually like. And I enjoy, I think, doing my eyes the most. Once it hits my face, I'm like, BAM! Done. I hate doing my eyebrows. Fucking hate doing my
Yeah,
eyebrows.
eyebrows kind of suck until, like, forever. I don't know.
Yeah.
I still don't love doing brows because sometimes they just end up so thick.
Yeah, I still hate doing my brows.
Yeah, it depends on the day. Sometimes I look very angry, and some days I'm like looking like a baby queen.
Some days.
I'm sorry, I'm so angry. I can't help it.
Just an angry little baby.
Just an angry little baby.
Just a little baby. Have you heard my baby crying impression?
Yes.
Yes, but let's
for the audience.
For the audience.
For the audience.
Hunky Dory as baby.
As baby. Say something that would make me cry.
Taxes on diapers just went up. It's unsettling.
It's really
unsettlingly
I know.
similar.
I feel like you'd be like a goblin in the woods, like trying to like trick me, being like, "Oh no, there's a poor baby out there. I need to go help the baby." Yeah, and then you like get me. Like,
Yeah.
Me when I fucking get you.
Halo eyes are not some of my favorite things.
Oh.
Honestly.
If my brow bone is like fully coming into view, like it's like doing this,
It makes it
thing,
masculine.
you know, I guess having
Kind
a
of-
man face is a plus.
Yeah, it helps. And then with that blue, I like to bring it a little bit. You're gonna kind of start seeing like the halo effect, where you start bringing it a little bit more in.
Mm.
You're trying to make kind of like a box, starting at like one side of your eye, like not eyeball,
yeah.
but like what is it called? An iris?
Yeah.
One side of the iris, and then it's gonna go up a little bit, curve, and then come back down to the other side of the iris.
Right.
So you're gonna want to start like blending that little
Okay, that's what I'm missing.
shape into it, I guess. But we're gonna do one of my favorite techniques, which is you basically put on.
That's what it was missing. I was like, why do my eyes look wrong? And it's just
It's-
the inner and the outer corner.
It helps a lot, you know. And then I like to go in with a cream cleanser, and then I basically take off everything in that spot with a Q-tip.
Oh, slay.
Yeah,
Okay.
and that's how I get like a really like clean, like not gunky halo eye.
You make the worst faces when you're doing makeup because
No, I do. It's bad. Especially when I'm taking off makeup. Like,
Oh yeah,
it's the worst.
I only make dainty, beautiful faces.
Oh.
I'm sure.
Is that your beautiful dainty face?
It's my beautiful dainty face. Because I'm getting a refill.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why don't you just bring the box?
I'm just going to bring the box. So, tell us more about Booked. What's that about?
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
God, I'm so excited.
Mr. Cast Member.
So basically, for those who don't know in the audience, Booked.
Sorry,
I
pardon me.
love the hand straight in my face. Okay. Hello.
Sorry.
For those who don't know in the audience, Booked By was a show that was happening, I think, every third Friday of the month, and Slaymantha Fox, shout out to Slay.
Slay.
I'm just shouting out everyone in this.
Everyone.
It would basically be like picking a new person every single time, and then they would basically create this cast.
Gotcha.
But then, so now it is a core cast, and then we're basically going to be a rotational kind of a situation. So it's going to be like, yeah. But now it's going to be a rotational cast. So we have like a set core cast that's going to be like 4 performers from that cast. The person who is doing the booking, Slaymantha, are going to be like the leaders of it. And then we're going to bring people from the outside as well.
Okay.
So it's going to be very fresh, I think, every single time, too. So I think that's
Slay.
really important, too. And then there is 3 kings!
Hey.
Wow.
And we need to talk about that more, because it's just, it's hard.
There's a lot of kings in Minneapolis.
Right now,
Like,
yeah, I know,
period.
but I'm like, and we can only book one at a time, though, right? Anyway, I just think it's really important right now to especially be, like, featuring those people, too, because I have had people literally look at me and be like, drag kings don't put in as much effort. And I'm like, I just, like, want to give people the space to, like, be able to showcase themselves.
Absolutely.
And I feel like kings don't get that as much.
No, I agree.
I've been very fortunate with how much I've been able to. But Yeah.
I was gonna say, I've been trying to put in, like, I'm trying to book more kings. Going as Mankato shows is tricky.
Yeah.
Why are so many kings unable to drive?
It is a trend.
Actually,
We tried to book Salem, and Taylor's like, I can't drive. We tried to book, Ty doesn't have a car currently.
And that's not his fault.
That's not his fault.
That shit happens.
But
But he
like,
still makes it work.
it is a trend,
gonna
though,
say.
among kings that they don't have cars or
I
they don't
remember when you
drive.
first asked me if I would be able to do a show down in Mankato. You're like, "Can you drive?" And I was like, "I was like, yeah, yeah, I can." And then you're like, "Oh, okay. Do you want to go down to Mankato?" I was like, "Yeah." Sure.
God bless.
I ask queens that sometimes too.
Yeah, that's fair.
No, and just in
You
general.
just never know.
Yeah,
Like,
I've been having
people's
trouble
situations are
booking more diverse casting because of like
Travel
issues.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I've had a lot of like performers of color who just don't have a ride down, or sometimes don't want to travel down, and so it's been a little bit harder to, get this really diverse cast down there.
Right.
And then even like at brunch the other day, it was like Quintessential accidentally slept in, Ty Torres was trapped in Bemidji, and so suddenly it was just you.
It was girl groups against Hunky.
It was girl groups against Hunky Dory.
Hunky will be playing the parts of all boy bands.
Hunky was a savior. Hunky glory. Also, who actually was a hero? Izzy Handsome for stepping
Yes.
in.
Oh my god,
that was
Izzy
awesome.
stepping in. That was so nice.
Another awesome king in the cities. There's so many now. It's crazy.
I was gonna say, what did he end up doing number-wise? That was
It was a One Direction song. I can't remember what it was.
Was it
I was back
You Don't Know You're Beautiful? Or
No, that was what Hunky did.
That was you. Okay.
I can't remember. Was it the Let's Go Crazy Crazy?
Yes, that one. Yeah.
Listen. Yeah.
Oh, don't make me sing.
It's not easy to step in like that. So
No.
It's very impressive when
Because
people can.
on the phone, he was like, "No, I'm not doing it." And I was like, "Okay, that's cool." And then suddenly he's like, "You know what?"
I kept
Put me
walking
in
past him. I was
Put me
like,
in, coach.
he was like in this Hawaiian shirt and these like dad shorts, and he brought like this little like, not a pussycat wig, boy next door, but he definitely called the room in the basement. Like it's like long skater boy.
You're really painting a picture here.
I was like,
Yep.
this is very something else.
Mm-hmm.
And then just remember to bring that dark, into
Yeah.
that like little box area we were talking about.
But yeah, he came in a look, and I just
Oh,
kept walking
yeah.
past him like, so.
You gonna
So
perform?
you gonna perform? And he's just like, no, not today. And then the next time I ask him, like, so are you gonna perform? He's just like, I don't know, maybe. I don't know what song I do. And I'm like, all right, that's fair.
I'm gonna take that as a.
Next time I walk past, he's just like, I think I'm gonna do this song, and I'm like, all right.
Now that we're adding that dark color, this is all starting to make sense now. I'm like,
Trust the process, baby.
Because I've been wanting to do like a Halo Eye like this, and I just did not know how to even begin. And we always have bookings, so just like, or shows or whatever.
They always have bookings, so we just don't.
They're just me.
try.
I'm the one booking.
Well,
Yeah.
when I first started out doing drag, like that was literally all that my Instagram was me just like doing makeup looks.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think the number. There was a kid at the GSA. It was so cute.
Yeah.
At the GSA last week in Coon Rapids, that was like, how do I start doing drag? And I'm like,
Just start
Go to-
practicing makeup.
go to open stages, but most importantly, just start practicing.
Yeah.
Start doing your makeup. Start finding numbers that you want to do. Things like that. So, yeah. But after that, I sometimes like to go in with a blending brush that is clean and just kind of buff out the blue
smart.
kind of situation going on.
I don't have enough blending brushes, so we're gonna go.
Oh my god!
Oh my God!
Where did I just? Anyways,
Yeah, so that makes like a nice little like buff out.
I was saying because I like to buff out with white, but like that might be a good idea too.
Just like a clean
Like
brush,
clean
I feel like
brush?
does the fucking job, you know?
Yeah.
Because I mean, with me, I use so many like big, bold pigments, especially that it's really important to have that.
The blend, so it's not so chunky.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I
that's
was
it.
saying because most of my
It
makeup
does a
is
difference.
not a lot of blending.
I can see.
I find that blending is my favorite part of makeup
Oh.
ever. So I think that's just a lot of practice, but it has slowly become.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I used to be a skeptic about blending.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. It just seemed. I already take so goddamn long on my makeup, and I'm like,
I
it's
also
fine.
do. I do too.
I think it was also like some of the old school queens being like, "Well, we gotta see the shapes from the back, from the audience," and it was
Yeah.
like,
The other day when I woke up late for the showdown at 5:07, I literally whipped together my makeup so fast. It was the fastest I've ever fucking painted in my life.
I was gonna say, we're at like an hour mug now. Like that's
That's good.
Yeah.
I was at like I think that was like a 45-minute one.
That's fair. And then even then you could like do some touch-ups or like do the last bits when you get there.
absolutely.
It was like, I think the fastest part of our makeup is just our base, because we can just slap it on and then... And then I don't know, I go very precise with my eyeshadow, so there's not a lot of fallout.
Yeah.
So...
I don't.
That's valid!
Because it's so much color.
It's soft.
So...
It's softer.
Yeah. Okay.
And yet bolder.
So, now is my... Yeah?
I like this.
Yay. Alright, so then... You can use this if you'd like. This is... You can tell I use it for makeup because there's makeup in it.
Oh.
But this is cleansing balm from
Cleansing
First.
balm.
It's literally just cleansing balm, and then what I do is I take... Do you have a brush like this? Like a flat brush?
Somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got one right here.
I got this little baby one.
And so... Oh, that works.
Yeah, it's like...
You just take a little bit. The biggest tip that I've learned from doing a halo eye is basically putting the dot closest to your eye line and then looking up, and it should leave a mark of where the halo eye is supposed to start.
Smart.
So,
Okay.
Yeah, so go in.
All right.
Go in.
I'm just gonna watch this happen.
And then I start by doing basically just like a curve.
Mm-hmm.
And so I go like that. And then you can kind of see where you're supposed to be taking it off from. Makes it a lot easier to come off too. And then basically after that, once I get that like curve, I start going from the sides down.
Okay. Yeah.
Like that. So I go from the curve and I like bring it down. Do the same on the other side. And then, it's probably not the most sanitary thing in the world. Then I just suck on a Q-tip and I take it off.
The texture of a Q-tip sounds awful.
It's better than a glue stick, honestly. To me. So.
Exquisite mouthfeel.
Shut up.
Once you kind of get that, so what we're going to do is basically we're going to go back in with white and do the halo eye, and then you basically start taking more eyeshadow and going back into it. So
Okay.
it makes it blend super seamlessly. But then, when you take it off, it should look like this. So you have a really clean base.
Slay. Okay.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a...
It's a remove kind of technique.
She looks kind of like a great sword.
What?
What is that?
Like, looks like a great sword. You know how it's like, how it goes up and then it goes out and then it comes back in like a curve? Like,
What
it's
are you
like...
What's a great sword?
Great sword's a big...
Rip
It's
sword?
Great! It's a big ass
Right! It's a sword that's pretty good.
It's a big ass sword!
Yeah. Oh, actually, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you actually?
Actually, yeah.
Okay.
No, you're totally right.
Okay,
Oh my
slay.
god, that took me way too long. I was like, what are
No,
you
you're fine. I was just
saying?
like, you need to play more JRPGs or just Legend of Zelda.
Yeah, my brothers used to play Legend of Zelda, and I would watch them play.
It's very much a nostalgia thing now, but also the game is really fun, like
I was gonna
gameplay
say,
wise.
yeah, very nostalgic.
Because now you can crucify Koroks and whatever. And make
Did you understand any of those words?
No.
make
Neither
giant wooden people that have cocks that shoot fire, and I'm not exaggerating. Like,
No fucking way.
it's a good time.
That's so funny.
So you made it to top 2 of drag duels with Anne.
I did.
What advice do you have for people that are trying to do more collaborative performances, whether that is for drag duels or like you're just, working with another person to make a creative idea come to life?
Mm-hmm.
What advice do you have?
First, can you pass me the ice, probably?
Oh, absolutely.
The advice I would have is make sure that you are working with someone that you really do get along with and are very much on the same page with. I think that's really, really important. I don't think that neither Anne nor I didn't really know if it was gonna work out that way.
Yeah, y'all went out on a whim.
We went out on a whim. We were at Punch Pizza, and she was like, "Do you want to do this with me?" And I was like, "I have no idea what it is, but yeah, sure." And it just worked out really well in my favor.
Word.
So, and I think both of our favors. I think we work really well together, and we're just very in sync. Like,
Very insane.
Very in sync.
Because y'all won week after week.
yeah, it was.
Whether winning or top 2, you guys were never in the bottom.
Yeah.
True.
I think we were we were supposed to be in the bottom once.
Oh, that's right. And there was some shenanigans.
Yeah.
Hey, that's fine.
We were supposed to be in the bottom, but that was also sex week, and that was fucking hard, which y'all fucking ate.
Oh, yeah, the week that we won? Oh, let's talk more about that.
I don't think y'all did bad, though, because...
You didn't.
Because Bad Karma came up, and she's like, I love you, Wanda, and you and Hunky should have won. So I think you did just fine.
Yeah.
Well, I think we were also just, like, so... Where there is, like, bright spots of, like, how in sync we are, there was also, like, not so bright spots, not, like, with each other, but, like, feeling like we're, like, we don't know how to do sexy. We feel it, like, the way that they want us to do it.
Yeah.
And so, like, there would be, like,
It is
times...
a touchy theme for a lot of teams.
Yeah.
Well, because, like, unless you're, like, literally actually sexually intimate, it's a weird new line to cross.
And it's weird to have, like, an audience, like, watching you basically have sex on stage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially Kermit and Miss Piggy. But...
It was different. And you showed your, like, actual body, too. So, like, ooh.
Body.
Yeah. But that was a week that we definitely were, like, well, Anne was, like, we kind of had to talk about it because we had a few ideas going, and then it was, like, Anne wanting to go a little bit more campy, and I was like, I think we can do camp, but I also think that they do want to see sex.
It's Red Light District. Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it was, like, kind of trying to find a good balance of that, but honestly finding a person that you're really in tune with.
Mm-hmm.
I was just lucky, but if partner work is just very, like, about trusting the other person too, I think. It's really huge. I would not get on any bitch's random shoulders.
No.
Like,
True.
I have a fucking bruise from it the other day.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Look
no.
at it. It's bad.
Oh, no. From why? Just
Like, being on the
God.
shoulder. Remember when I was trying to get off and it was just like a bonk, and I, like, yeah, I think it was from, like, in here.
Holy
I don't
goodness.
know what happened, but I wouldn't do something like that with someone that I don't trust fully.
How did y'all, like, work through if you disagreed on the creative process? Like, how did you come to a conclusion, or, like...
We never did.
Oh, really?
No.
You didn't never disagree. All right.
Not really. And if it was like I don't even think it was like a disagreement. I feel like it was like, I would say one thing and then Anne would be like, okay, well, what about this? And I'm like, well, that's a good idea. What if we did this on top of that?
A yes and kind of situation.
Exactly. I feel like, and
A
that's,
yes
that's,
and kind of situation. Oh.
but it's not even like disagreeing. It's just about being more collaborative, and I think it's like about having an open mind to situations. And
Yeah.
I literally look for every single opportunity I can to perform with Anne because I think we do work.
Y'all do really.
work
Yeah.
well together. And then the height difference was great.
It's so
Truly.
good. Well, and then
It makes lifts a lot easier.
It did.
I love that
It
y'all can just,
did.
like, bring out one of your old performances and it looks just as rehearsed. Because, like, you guys brought back Mary Jane Holland last weekend and it was just as good as the
cute.
first time.
was cute.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I loved it so much. I forgot to bring my wig. Sorry, Anne. But if you need wigs or annoying.
Or annoying.
Fruity wigs or
wigs.
annoying wigs. Welcome to the stage. Annoying.
Oh, you're that annoying girl, right?
Okay, next.
Yes.
Next.
That's what I'm looking for. Come here.
Oh, going back into white.
I go back into white for this
You can
part.
take that white. I'm going to use this white.
You can also use this
another
white too
one.
if you need to.
I go back to
And then I use a
white.
clean, very flat brush like this, like
Oh.
so. If it's a rounded tip, it's a lot easier.
Oh. I don't have that.
That's
I don't
okay.
either. Well,
That's
wait.
okay.
I do.
If you want, you can clean this one and use it.
I totally have one. Here
Okay,
we go.
perfect.
Thank you.
If you want.
Well, then I will take
I was
this
gonna
one.
say use that. It makes it a lot easier. And that's less stuff.
Okay.
Okay. And then basically, I just go in with some white, and you start basically carving out the area that you already took off.
Okay.
Taking off the extra, it makes it so it's less powdery, so it looks less gunky, so it's a lot more
Oh.
finished. I like to start up at the curve and work my way down. And when I work my way down, I don't really go like this on my eye.
Uh-huh.
I like to go side.
Oh.
It makes it a lot easier. It makes it
Oh, yeah, to blend.
blend a little easier too. So when you go back in with some eyeshadow in a little bit, it makes it a lot easier too. So yeah, tips and tricks with Hunky Dory. HD with
My only problem is the blue gets into the white. And then I'm
yeah,
like, ugh.
that's something you can't really avoid.
Yeah.
My makeup is everywhere. I have such a bad habit of like wiping it off on my legs, so like I have like looks like what's bruises, but it's just
Contour.
My contour.
Yeah.
Also, look at this nasty bruise on my knee from doing the splits the other day.
Ow.
It's bad.
Was that when you jumped in front of the tent?
Yeah.
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 You'd think AstroTurf would be softer.
I literally was like, oh, this is going to be the easiest thing to do the splits on. No. It was fucking painful, but we made it through. Also, that's another thing I want to say to other drag performers. Take care of your freaking bodies. Please stretch before shows if you're going to be doing splits, cartwheels, round-offs. Literally, I didn't the other day, and I ended up with so many bruises.
Looking at you, annoying.
I didn't say that. But anyway, yeah, take care of your body, take care of your mental health, you know. Do the things you want to
Take
do.
care of the person out of drag first.
Correct, Mundo. I was literally realizing I haven't bought something for myself, like, as myself, since, like, literally this shirt is the last thing I bought for myself.
Oh my
like,
god.
as Zoe.
Yeah.
And before that was months. Because drag duels took up so much money.
So much
So
money.
fucking true. We had savings before this.
I know.
I had
really
maybe like
good.
5,000 in savings, and now I have nothing.
Well, it's just because we were like doing drag duel stuff every single day.
Yeah, it's more like I wasn't working while.
I
we were
literally
doing it.
wasn't thinking about anything but drag duels, which was a problem for a lot of my like social life too. For my center color, I like using vibrant colors usually, so I'm gonna go in with like a vibrant green or yellow.
Ooh.
I was gonna say that mug you had on the other day was lovely, vibrant green,
It's-
and I hate green and blue together usually.
I love
Personally.
it. There are a lot of colors where I'm like, I realize that I don't like them together, but when I do it in makeup, it's just the most amazing thing. I love it so much. Like purples and oranges. Like when I do like when I did it for
A sunset eye.
I did it for Musical Mondays yesterday. I literally did like a purple eye, and then I did orange into yellow on my cut crease. But
How-
it's these.
Oh, creams. Okay.
Yeah. They're a little bit hard to work with at times, but once you get like the hang of them, I want them in every single freaking color.
How do you use them?
I usually just take the same like flat brush that I use, and then I
Go over all of the white or just at the edges?
just at the white, yeah, all the way.
All the
Well,
way.
unless you're doing two colors, then I do like, I basically start out on the edge, and then I do the other edge, and then I go in the center, and then I blend it all together by just patting it. It's not even that hard. It's just like
Right.
patting it.
Okay.
So that's what I do. But first,
Do you set it with? Do you set the creams with eyeshadows?
I don't.
All right. So you just let them
Personally.
dry.
Personally, I think it makes it a lot easier. It's a lot, and it like makes the product actually like stick to your eyes too.
Gotcha.
So looks good.
Okay, cool.
Looks good.
Let's say we gotta add back in products.
Yeah, I was gonna say, the biggest thing I've learned about halo eyes is definitely having that dark line above, which I don't have a really great one right now, but you have a really nice one. You almost have a really nice one where it's just like a really nice dark line above that one, so it has that like good contrast.
I kind of want to just add a little more dark blue on the
Do it, yeah. And that's the thing is with halo eyes, I just like basically adjust when I can. I got really good at cut creases really quick, and then halo eyes I kind of stopped doing, and then I got back into them. So
Okay, that's it. That's way better. Whoop. There we go.
that looks great.
Okay.
Yeah. So then I go back in basically with a small blending brush, whatever blending brush ever you want to use, and then I go back in with the dark blue and kind of just start buffing just a little bit into the white just to have a good blend.
How was Musical Mondays yesterday?
It was so much fun. I had a really great time singing my number. I want to sing it over and over again.
Don't make me sing.
But
What
it
did
was,
you end up singing?
She Used to Be Mine from...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah, it's a really beautiful number.
Come on, Mezzo Ballad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it was really nice. It was a packed house. It was,
Work.
There's a lot of people
Slay.
from like the theater community that I haven't seen in a really long time, so that was nice. And seeing people that I literally just met, but like still feeling like we were like old friends. It was really cute.
That's really cool.
Yeah. So it was
And y'all did
really
like
good.
y'all did a choral number at the end, I saw. Like a big chorus thing.
Mhm.
Yeah? What song was it? Because I couldn't make it out on
It
the,
was
on the story.
oh my god, there's something in my eye. It was Purple Summer from Spring Awakening,
Slay.
and that
Hi, baby.
cute. And then
Welcome,
it was
Frodo.
Light from Next to Normal
Work.
for the second one. Yeah.
I don't know either of those songs, but I'm going to look them up. I'm a really bad musical theater gay because I love
am
musical
too.
theater, but I don't look stuff up
I
very
don't
much.
either. I don't either.
I just like listen to my favorite shows on repeat, and that's it.
Yeah. Okay. Do we want to do a different color in the center, or are we feeling
Sure.
Okay, let's get
That could be
wild.
fun.
Let's get
That could be fun.
wild. Let's get wild. Crazy.
Let loose.
I
I
said
said
let
let
loose.
loose. I am a fan of creams. I've used creams.
And then I take this little
Love
container
a cream.
from Ugly Paper Lashes, Mashika. Shout
Yeah.
out. I use the top of it for the creams. But anyway, if you ever need really cool lashes,
I was gonna say
They
the
are
club.
cool.
they are so cool. That's what we used for Club Kid and Drag Duels.
Your
That's
container is
so
so Club Kid right now. Can we get the neon
Oh,
like
Club Kid.
Ah.
glamour?
But yeah, Club Kid was so much fun.
I'm glad y'all had fun because
Y'all had COVID.
we had COVID, and honestly, I don't know that we would have done very well had we been there, because we ran out of time. Our
People
concept, yeah,
Got red for that one.
Yeah.
yeah, and you know what? Deservedly so.
No, Karina and Priscilla on the podcast, they were like, yeah, we didn't give very clear criteria, and we learned our lesson on
Which
that.
was correct.
Fine.
They're like, really dig into it, really do research. And you know, the thing is that we did. We watched Party Monster. We tried to piece together what we want. And we're like, well, we don't want to just do Lee Bowery.
Yeah,
Well,
because that's not just what it is.
No, yeah,
Yes.
you don't want to
Yeah.
just do a recreation.
Mhm.
Like, you know, you got to do your own shit because that's Club Kids. Do your own shit
Yeah.
and make
Right.
it weird. I don't know.
Right.
And y'all did really well. Really, really well.
Thank you. It was what we did the other day.
Yeah.
Just one of the best
Mary Jane
performances. Oh. Okay, so I'm gonna do it first.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so basically I go in with a flat brush,
Frodo.
and then I take a little amount of. It doesn't take a lot,
Mhm.
like at all. And then basically what I do first is I do
The edge.
the edges,
Hmm.
and then sometimes I like to wipe off the product and just kind of blend that out. And we can always blend more blue eyeshadow into the green, so it doesn't have to look like it's super blended at
Yeah.
all, because it is it's a cream, so it is very hard to work with. But yeah, so then I do that first, and then while it's still wet, that's probably the most important part. That's how it's gonna blend well, is if it's still wet when you're doing it.
Wet.
So then I take the yellow,
Oh.
go like this, put it in the center, work my way down,
Oh.
and so then you have these like two.
Oh,
Huge
I
colors.
see.
And then after that, what I like to do is I like to wipe it off, and then just basically like pat it, and then it'll start to blend together.
Gotcha.
So the trick is to not use too much.
Correct. It is a very, as you can tell, it is a very pigmented
Mm-hmm.
color. It is
Yeah.
very kind of insane. So
Okay. Well,
yeah,
right.
have at it. Good luck.
Good luck.
When we first started using it, because this is actually what we used for Club Kid.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And then sometimes I like to just go in with my finger and kind of dab at it, because sometimes there is an excess. Exactly that.
Sorry. 2012 got out.
But yeah, so then it should look kind of something like this.
Okay, Sai.
Period. Okay, wait.
You get faster once you do it, but yeah. This is my first makeup tutorial, so I'm so glad I'm on this journey with you.
Oh, thank you. I was thinking about doing like a series of like having a podcast guest do like just themselves like before we film, and then having that as like a separate video where it's like them doing their whole makeup process. But I just don't know who has like that much time to commit.
Right. It is hard.
Kind of like the Cosmopolitan videos that they used to do, where it'd be like the one queen like in 2 minutes doing her makeup, but then you could see like the long version elsewhere.
Right.
But I don't know if anyone has the time for that.
Yeah, time is definitely... That's another thing about, like, going back to your question about, like, partnership in drag, is finding the time to work with those people. 'Cause
Truly.
Making
during
the time.
exactly, and it was really hard because during drag duels, like, people were asking what we were doing because they were like, you are so in sync with each other, like, your choreography is great, like, whatever. And we were like, we're meeting Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday,
Yeah.
and we work together on Sunday. We get ready together on Sunday.
Yeah.
So that's how we are so in sync, and that's how you create bonds with these people. But I think it is making the time is definitely hard. For sure.
Because, like, Wanda and I live together, so...
Can't really get away from that.
Yeah. There's no on red in this house.
No.
I think I fucked up my shape a little bit.
Basically, well, just on the lower part.
Oh.
So close, yeah.
Oh, I see.
Anyway,
It's
then
a
after
cone.
that, I
You're
go back
right.
in with the dark blue and kind of blend it into the green a little bit. Just give it a little bit of blend. After that, I go in with my eyeliner, my black eyeliner.
Oh, that's penis.
That is dicky cock
That
right
is
there.
dicky cock.
Instead of pussy cunt, it is dicky cock in the
cock.
king's world.
And for the eyeliner, you just kind of do like a thin line, like all the way to the inner corner. Do you extend it at all? Do you overdraw it at all?
Not really.
Okay.
Because with the shape of the eye, I think it is a lot more flattering if it is within that shape. It's also fun to watch, like, queens do just, like, small lines. Because I feel like, do you usually do cat eyes?
I usually do a very small line in my inner corner, but I extend it to like to my nose. That's how I do it.
I do what I call my like half almond, where it's just like enough to cover my lid with liner, and then the rest of my eyes up here.
Oh, okay.
I don't do a wing because I don't like them really, and they're a lot of work. And then I just
That's
put.
true.
But then I like smoke out like a wing
Love
shape
it.
with my eyeshadow.
I got crow's feet, so wings don't love me, but I
I
love
love a
wing.
wing.
I love a wing.
I love doing wings. Yeah.
Okay, period.
How are we feeling?
I feel good. I feel good.
So
Ish.
good.
Yeah.
Okay, what's next?
And then after that, that's when I start doing my face. So.
Oh, okay, slide.
Okay.
We're gonna cut to a commercial break. We'll be right back.
For our sponsors.
All of them.
All of them.
This episode of the Drag Me With a Spoon podcast is sponsored by Gagworthy Designs. Hi Gag, it's your girl Miss Wanda Gag, and Miss Ma'am, did you hear she's selling costumes now? She's taking orders and serving looks. He gets a costume, she gets a costume, they get a costume, everybody's getting costumes! Commissions are now open, so message us on Instagram at Gagworthy Designs or on our website www.dragmewithaspoon/Gagworthy Designs. Alright, bye Gags! Now back to your featured content.
Okay, yeah. So then after that, I just kind of do my foundation. I slap that bitch on. Can I swear on this? I've been
Yeah,
swearing this
absolutely.
whole time.
We're not monetized.
And we probably never will
I
be.
literally this
Unless someone
entire
wants to
time
pay
been
for
swearing.
ad space.
But yeah, so then I just do my foundation really quick.
Okay.
I literally, it's probably the fastest part of my makeup. It's
Yeah.
just slapping the foundation on. So, have you ever noticed that makeup has like a weird consistency when summer like comes in?
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
And it's really doing it to me right now. It's making me angry.
Do you do an under eye for your makeup?
I do.
Okay.
I do it after I do all my makeup.
Yeah, that makes
basically.
sense.
Okay. Where is this?
Woo! Ah!
You calm down.
Jesus.
Ooh, Jesus.
I do miss Kamari hosting
Uh,
for that exact reason.
I love Kamari.
I cannot see anything. I'm like, I think this is being blended out.
You have to really blend it. What?
Thanks.
It's an avocado.
Thanks.
For anyone comments, I'm not doing this part of my nose because I got a nasty little cut on it from a cat.
Sweet little boy.
So now I did not forget to put foundation there. Because I know y'all in the comments will get me. And y'all is Quinn Munson.
Just
The other day, she went through my Instagram to the very bottom, and she was leaving comments on every post. She was like, wait, she ate here. Wait, why is this
Oh
so
my
good?
God.
Oh my god, preach. You're so right. Oh my god, she's slaying. And I was like,
Okay, so now it's time to get into one of my other favorite parts, making me look like a man.
man.
So-
Is this the contour?
Yes. So when I go
Like-
into contour, first what I basically do is I just go in on
You
my,
do fingers. All right.
and then I do my jawline,
Teach me your ways.
Oh god,
I'm
and
doing it
then
with
I
fingers.
do my little butt chin, and then my temples, and that I blend out with a big brush.
okay.
Don't sound so nervous. And you just do it in your natural spot.
It's like it goes in the same place.
Yeah. And then I just blend that bitch out. I also use Kryolan. It's a cream, like, and it's, like, super liquidy. So that's the only reason I can do it with my finger. Otherwise, it's, like, too much product.
I never noticed, but you have a very nice jawline for this.
Thank you.
It's a very square jaw.
Yeah, helps. I was gonna say, when Anne was doing my makeup for drag duels for Wild Wild West 3000, she was trying to do my, like, being
Queen
female
makeup.
drag.
Yes.
Yeah. Or queen drag, yeah. And I was like, you have such a perfect face for this. And I was like, that's because... AFAB.
Don't know what to tell you, boss.
Don't know what to tell you, boss, but... Because that's kind of my face.
Do you ever do the little downward thing here? Like, you know how, okay, so like...
That's what I do every time, baby.
Oh. Okay.
Have you seen it?
I've been jumping the gun. Excuse me.
Wait, are you talking about, like,
The cheek, the side of the mouth thing.
The bike seat face.
The bike seat face.
Wait, what are you talking about?
It's kind of...
Like this?
Yep, the very same. Alright.
You're just not patient.
You're right.
It makes me look chiseled. Said face towards the light.
Yeah, kind of.
Your eyeshadow looks so good.
Thank you.
Your eyeshadow looks so good.
Thank you.
Look at y'all. Come on.
Like, it's close enough to, like, queen makeup that I'm like, okay, I get it.
Yeah.
Makeup skills are transferable for the most part.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Hi, Neville. Do you have something to say to the camera?
You can't say that, Neville.
Neville, that's not
Homophobia?
that's not public knowledge. You can't out people like that.
Wait.
Uh-oh, are you accidentally Dicky Cock right
I'm
now?
accidentally
Accidentally
Dicky Cock
Dicky
right
Cock.
now.
Oh, Lord of Falling.
Do you need help?
No.
Okay.
Okay, alright.
God, I'm trying to get a brush too, so I'm gonna just get that while I'm
Not
my makeup!
Not my makeup!
Fuck! Thank you for licking me while I'm down here. But
Way to lick a bitch while they're down, Neville.
actually, I think just makeup on my lap.
Alright. Disaster.
No!
No! Alright. Well, alright, hang on.
Everything's slippery.
Boop!
Alright, we're back.
Alright, we're
Also,
back.
this cushion does not help with that.
No, I know. That's why I
Holy
hate sitting there, and I
shit.
usually make Wanda sit there.
Yeah.
Okay, this fucking cushion is going to kill me. Wait, is there two?
There's two. It's because it's a really short chair. I'm sorry.
That's why I was fucking falling over.
Yeah.
It's like Princess and the Pea, this bitch.
That's
How are we feeling?
Feeling not...
That looks good.
Oh, yours is...
That's kind of penis. That's kind of penis.
Oh, y'all are ahead of me already. I'm taking too long.
He's giving Frankenstein just a little bit.
Yeah, I used to do a very, like, hard edge, but then I just started blending it out, like, really hard.
I was gonna say, I feel like.
And then making, like, the swoop in the front of my forehead a little bit more defined. Okay, so then, after I do my cheek, bone, jawline, and forehead, temple contour, what I go in with is I go in with my palette, and then I go underneath the lip.
Mm-hmm.
And basically you're going to want to make, like, basically two moons touching their butts together. So I do one under...
Or you make it a cleft chin, sorta.
No, well...
Oh, wait, no. You're just
it's
making a
under the
fat
lip.
chin. Yeah.
It's under the lip, and then you basically do a moon under the lip, and then you do this part under the lip, too.
I feel like I look like Giselle over me.
And what?
And I'm so sorry, Giselle, because you look so much better than this.
And what?
But that's what I'm feeling.
Oh, no, our
The
light's
lights
off.
off?
I think a cat's fucking with it. Yep, they're wrestling.
You guys!
I love chaos. Sometimes I do like to do, like, a butt chin a little bit. So I just go like that.
I was gonna say, do you follow, period.
I'm so sorry.
Do you follow, oh, yeah. Yeah, what would it be like to have a butt chin? I don't know. Could never be me.
I love it. That's
The other
why
day-
I painted on myself. I love it.
The other day, Eric was here, and he had just shaved his face. And I looked at him, and I went,
Hey,
Lois, I got a second penis. And he was so upset, and I felt so bad. I was like, oh my god, that's not funny.
It was kind of funny.
It was a little
It
funny.
was pretty funny, actually.
I was like, I'm sorry, Eric.
I basically do like these 3 spots,
Oh, you did
Oh,
the
yeah.
Cupid's bow, and
and I
then...
blend it out. Yep.
Do you ever wear a lip? I forget.
I wear a very natural lip, or I take it off with a Q-tip, like the makeup that's been around my mouth, with a Q-tip.
I hope everyone's enjoying my back right now.
I'm enjoying your back.
Oh. What is happening?
I just looked over and I was just like,
It's amusing to me. I like... This is much more... This is very different for me.
hey, gotta do something new every once in a
And
while.
it tickles me.
So yeah, that's kind of like the bottom half of the face, and then we go into the nose, and I basically like making myself have a really big button nose. So I start with the bottom, for me personally.
Mhm.
It honestly, everyone's nose is different, so like, it's whatever you want to do is fine. But I basically start by doing the bottom, and then I make like a circle on my nose, and then I go up from there with the straight lines. Again, some people like to go for like a more mask kind of nose, so they'll like do like they'll do like really skinny and then they'll like put it out and go back in.
Oh, okay.
But I like a straight nose just because I feel like it fits my nose better. With the nose, I like to go around the nostrils too.
Oh, okay.
So I like to basically take the line up, blend down, and then around the nostrils.
Or I just didn't put foundation close enough to my eyes. Whoops. Whoops. That's my own fuckaboo. My own little fuckaboingo.
Uh-oh,
I
little fuckaboingo! And then after the nose, I like to go in with the forehead contour. And so basically you're just making 2 separate lines. They should not connect. It is coming down from your forehead to basically your brow bone. This gives the illusion that you have a more square face, so it should have like kind of like a down and a slight curve. It's not a huge curve, it's just a slight curve.
So,
well, Drag Kings was kind of our topic.
Drag Kings was kind of the topic, but also you do have a large theater background. So,
Yeah.
are you auditioning right now? And if so, what are you looking for? How has the audition process been?
Well, it's been kind of weird ever since I became more androgynous.
Right, okay.
Because if you know me and you saw me in college, you'd be like, that bitch is straight, because I thought I was. Turns out I'm not. But I looked very like feminine. I had really long hair. And then I kind of became more short-haired and more androgynous and like more trans mask kind of a way. And that's how I was starting to feel too. So we kind of went more into that direction. So the most recent thing I kind of auditioned for was at Chanhassen Dinner Theaters. It was Prom.
Oh, yeah.
And that went really well. I got to like one of the last callbacks. Like I was like 1 out of like 5-6 people.
Nice.
So it was really fun. It was really fun time doing that. And then I did like the Jersey Boy callback for them too.
Jersey Boys!
And I felt so weird.
Yeah.
Because it was like calling for a more feminine kind of a character. And I was like, it's so weird going from such like a ingenue place to like being like, I don't feel like I even fit my own category.
A heart full of love to
Don't make me sing.
A heart full of love to
something. Dicky cock!
This is a song of Angry Men. I'm not really auditioning right now because I honestly feel very fulfilled in drag.
Yeah, good.
Because I feel like it's very therapeutic for me. There are times where I'm definitely like extremely burnt out and like not wanting to, but not like being able to create new stuff.
Yeah.
You know?
True.
And so...
Well, it's always hard when, I feel like in drag we hit these walls a lot where we're just like, I've been doing the same shit for a long ass time. Time to do something different, and then it's hard just figuring out what the fuck am I supposed to do? Yeah!
Right.
What am I doing different?
I was literally telling my therapist the other day, I was like, I just don't want to be the shiny new toy that Shine wore off of. So it's like, and that's something we could talk about too.
Okay, yeah, let's get into that, honestly.
Because
what I will say is I think you are hitting a big stride right now, like Mr. Cast member. I don't know, being on cast for anything is a pretty big deal in the cities because there's not a lot of casts.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I would say I'm on cast for Lush, but like.
But you're doing that more.
I'm doing that too.
True,
so
true.
Yeah. How are you feeling?
Penis.
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 Dick. Okay.
Penis.
So, and I feel like with drag, it's very hard to like, not keep up, but like, it feels like it's ever evolving.
Yeah.
It is.
And it's evolving fast. And like, I also feel like there's this, not that I've encountered this, but I feel like there is kind of this like, oh, are you mad that this person did the song that you did? And it's
my
like,
God.
I don't control that. I don't own it. So it's like, it's also feeling like you have to kind of do it before everyone else does, or else everyone's going to make it a controversy.
So true.
So it's something like that too, where I'm just like, I'm keeping myself on my toes is what I will say about it. It's well, and I also just like, I don't know. One of my favorite numbers I ever did was the Joker number.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like I haven't really done something like that since, and something I want to get back to, because I feel like it's very important.
Yeah.
But the feeling of needing to be fresh and new and being different and like setting yourself apart, but feeling like you don't know what's going to set yourself apart is really, I feel like, tough for especially new people in drag.
Yeah.
True. Well, and to some extent that's showbiz, baby. Like,
Really
you just got to keep freshening the act, otherwise.
Right, because I mean, as much as I was compared to Brova Supernova, like, I feel like I also brought my own style of performing.
And much love to
So-
Brova. Brova's a lovely person. Brova was never much of a performer, and you are, and so.
Because I've been doing it since I was 5.
Well, that helps.
Yeah.
Certainly doesn't hurt.
And then I do highlights along the bike seats. I basically just put a line to clean it up, and then I blend it with my finger. If you don't want to do it with your finger, that's fine. In towards my face, but you want to keep that sharp line towards the contour. And then I go underneath the jawline a little bit. I'm a very heavy user of my fingers when it comes to things on my face. Well, not just on my face. Come on, lesbians.
Let's go, lesbians!
I was like, oh, you also pick things up with your... Yeah, that makes sense, yeah.
We are advanced primates. That's true. Oh, that's making it happen.
Yeah.
The little highlights. Yeah, okay, cute.
It really adds something. I actually used to never do highlights. And then one day I did, because I was like, if I'm doing it underneath the brow bone, why don't I do it on the rest of my face? And I was like, oh, that's cunty.
That's dicky car.
And then before I put on my cheekbone highlight, I like to do my blush.
Does this forehead thing look right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It might be a little bit dark, but I mean, once you powder it, it's going to set in and be a little bit more faint, so I think it's actually honestly perfect.
I feel like a Na'vi right now, you know, like from Avatar, like
This is not working.
it's definitely different and it's cool, and
Yeah.
it kind of makes me want to play with contour more because this
Yeah.
is wow.
And who says a drag king can't wear blush? All right.
For real, please.
People got me questioning
Where is the blush? Where
the blush?
The blush.
Where is the blush? The blush? The blush?
And then before I go in for my eyebrows, I like to go back in and do my under eye, or else I forget, and then I don't wear under eyeshadow, and it makes me feel very weird.
It's just so differently different.
It's so differently different.
It's so differently different. Penis.
I basically just blend the same primary bright blue under my eyes with a big fluffy blending brush. Then I take my smaller blending brush and take a darker blue and go closer to the eye.
I'm not having...
It looks good! No,
Yeah,
that looks
it
good.
does.
Okay.
That looks really good.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out the highlights then after that.
Yeah, so then you're going to want to put the highlight like right here.
Okay.
And then blend towards your mouth, like just a small white line.
Yeah.
I take off to the planet. To the planet. Penis.
And then eyebrows, you can kind of honestly do what you want for eyebrows. I like to make mine a little bit thicker, more wispy, if you will. I hate doing my eyebrows. Like,
I've seen you go without brows a lot, yeah.
I love a no-brow look. They will disagree with me, but I love a no-brow
On a king, I don't mind
look.
as much. On a queen, I don't know what it is.
They're
Now-
talking about you, Anne.
I will, and I'll name names.
I just like to give her shit. It doesn't look bad. I've gotten kind of over it because, like, I guess like my reference of no brow looks were on Drag Race, and whenever a bitch with no brows was lip syncing on Drag Race, I'm like, I can't tell what your face is doing at all.
This look.
But it also is just those Drag
This
Race
was
lights wash you
cunty.
the fuck out. Oh, that was cunty.
This was cunty.
That was cunty.
No, that one was cool.
She found the black light too.
That was me. I literally was. We were walking through, and I was like, "Stop!
Stop!
Stop! Don't no, please."
Don't make me sing.
Do you know that song?
Don't, no, please. Stop, don't, no, please.
Mama, I'm a big girl now.
As one of the more booked kings in the cities right now, like, what advice do you have for the other kings?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good question.
Because I feel like it's
I was gonna say, I
unfortunately
think you're
really-
the. I don't want to like, cause you're not new. Like, this isn't new. I guess like this
I'm
is.
new to the drag scene.
You're the
I'm-
most freshly uplifted king, I would say.
That's a good way of putting it. Yeah.
Yeah, because like you're very much in the forefront now,
Yeah.
and so what do you attribute to that?
I mean, I still feel very new at times. Like, there are times where I'm like, I'm still trying to figure it out. But I'm also like trying to find my move and groove and still like keep that a part of it. Whenever someone was like having a really bad time like backstage, I would literally just be like, do it for you.
Do it for
Yeah.
you.
Who cares what the people out there think? Like, yeah, you should be focused on like what the audience wants. That's another huge piece of advice I have is like, as much as you love your drag, and if your drag is a little bit different, that is great, but you also have to think about your audience.
True.
Yes.
Sometimes it's very difficult to see that, like, understand why people aren't like being receptive to your drag, but sometimes it's because you're not playing to them as an audience.
Yeah. And that goes for all performers.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Another advice I would have is just like ask for help. I'm really bad at asking for help. Hello?
We're just so backlit.
Yeah.
There it goes. I'm really bad at asking for help, but like especially in Minneapolis scene, I feel like there are so many, like, both of you helped me so much during drag duels, so it's like people are willing to do it regardless if they're your parent or not.
I was gonna say, you don't need drag parents to succeed. You do need friends.
You do need
Yeah,
friends.
and I feel like that was kind of what I was needing at my like 6-month mark. I just like didn't know what I really needed, and I think what I really needed was just to have like a support system that, and I have that in so many ways. So thank you.
Well, and thank you, because like there were many times we were freaking out, and you were a shoulder for us to cry on as well. So.
Always. And that's the other thing is just like finding the community. I think is a big thing too. Is because if you're a part of the drag community, like if you're not connecting with those around you, because there are some times where in the community I feel like there are a couple of people that I try to connect with, but I feel like I can't.
Yeah.
And it's like I find it. I'm like how I don't know if I can include this, but I'm like, how lonely must you feel right now?
Yeah.
I mean, so true.
To not feel like you have basically like a chosen family, like just the feeling of like having like so many people around me that support me and lift me up. I don't know if I could do it without it.
True.
Yeah.
I like there are a couple people where I notice. I mean, like you hear shit backstage
Always.
about other people and like how so and so doesn't like so and so and stuff, and that I don't know.
It's also good to make your own opinions of people. That's
It is
another advice
true.
I have.
But I will say it is baffling to me how people just kind of go it alone and just.
Yeah, and I'm like I mean, more power to you if you can go at it alone. I could not.
Yeah.
No.
Because I don't think I would be able to make a jacket without, like, you. And,
That was
like,
the first time I'd really made a jacket.
I don't think I'd still be doing drag without Wanda. And I think Wanda only started doing drag because I mean, I can't speak to Wanda's experience, but
Make assumptions, I dare you.
But I will say there was this time in my drag where you're like, why did you do this? Why did you do this? Here, I have this whole idea for a number. And I'm like, why don't you do this?
Is that how that happened?
That's how that happened.
No way.
She's like, because she had all these ideas for me. And I'm like, I'm not going to say it's a shit idea because it's not a shit idea. It's just not an idea I personally want to do.
Yeah.
And so, like, why don't you do it?
Yeah.
And I probably would have done drag sooner. I just, I had to work 2 jobs and go to school, and I was like, there's no time for that.
Life just kind of gets in the way, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It do.
Then after I'm done with my eyebrows, I go in with my white eyeliner. Feel free to use it if you need to. Look at the difference that makes.
True.
Yeah.
It's, like, actually insane. Like, one time I almost didn't put it on, and I was like, who am I? I also just, like, love with kings how... I don't know. I feel like queens can be put in a box sometimes, too. I mean, everyone's put in a box at times. But, like, I feel like with kings, like, you can be more androgynous. You can be more feminine. You can really be really masculine.
Mm-hmm.
True.
And I think that's really, really nice and kind of something that we are really lucky to have. But then it's also not being seen as much.
That's true.
So.
Yeah, and... like, there is a benefit now where, like, at the very least, the Twin Cities is doing its part, or at least a lot of the show producers in the Twin Cities are doing their part to be like, okay, we have to book more kings.
Yeah.
And, like, still, there's a learning curve. We had a similar learning curve around the pandemic when, like, people were like, oh, we should book people of color a lot, because there's a lot of good performers of color in the Twin Cities.
It just takes, like, a lot of disruption of everyone being like, hey.
It's a shit-ass learning curve, isn't it? For everybody else.
But it's also just, like, who's going to speak up first, I guess, is the thing.
True.
Because it's also something I've always thought about. It's so interesting to me that, like, it's funny that in the real world, more feminine or people who are assigned female at birth don't have as much rights as, like, men do.
True.
And then once we get into drag and we're dressed as men, we still don't have as much as the queens do.
Yeah.
Isn't that fucking weird to think about?
And I've been kind of thinking that same thing lately, because, like, we were watching Drag Me to Dinner, and I was like, there are very, very, very few AFAB people on this show, and I'm just noticing that. Just like, and especially on Drag Race, too, like, wow, there's, like, one AFAB person on the panel right now.
Mm-hmm. Also, like, kings in general, like, if there's going to be a king in, like, let's say an open stage or, like, a show that is needing to be judged, there should probably be
a king on the panel.
And sometimes it happens where it's all queens judging kings.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where a lot of, like, my early feedback came from, where I was just like, this isn't helpful towards me because that's your drag, that doesn't
fucking apply to you,
drag,
yeah.
because we're not the same.
No.
True.
So...
y'all aren't playing the same game. It's like a baseballer judging a basketball game. I don't know. Sports.
Right.
Yeah.
And just, like, coming up in drag and, like, being able to be as booked as I am, which, again, I'm extremely lucky for, I'm just, like, it's hard to, like, be in that position and not be able to be like, you should book this person.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So it's, like, it's a lot that I feel about the scene.
I think the only drag king show producer in the Twin Cities currently is Dick Von Dyke.
No, Xavier.
Xavier. That's true.
Yeah.
Forgive me.
I don't know if I'll do a lot of king stuff again, but...
I mean, if you get the opportunity to, I mean, it's always really, really nice to flip the roles and see like what it is on the other side. Because I remember, like, when I did it for Wild Wild West 3000, I remember, one, feeling just extremely dysphoric upstairs, like, just really gross and just, like, not good about it. But at the same time, it's also nice to see, like, how much goes into it, like, padding and tights and, like, things like that.
Corsetry, wig,
exactly.
That kind of thing.
But then it's also nice when, like, a queen is in king drag. Nice shiver.
Oh, sorry, I just got a little...
but it's nice when, like, queen is in king drag and is like, I don't know how you do this. Because it's a different kind of performance.
it is.
It is a whole different ballgame.
Yeah. Like, I was not looking forward to it.
Really?
No, I don't. I guess, like, one thing that I loved about drag is that I finally got to explore the feminine side of myself. Mm-hmm. Whereas, like, growing up, I don't know. The masculine gender roles did not jive with me. And my mother, I love you, mother, was one to remind me of like things that I should be doing because I was a man, and I was like the dumb shit, you know, like not like anything that like scars somebody, but it's like, oh, okay, well, you should probably offer to move stuff because you have more muscles than anyone else. And I'm like, I don't know that I do, but I'm pretty sure half of these bitches could beat me in an arm wrestling contest. But I don't know, the masculine, like glamour in a masculine sense has never been attractive to me.
Okay. Yeah.
I guess that's the way I'd like to put it.
Yeah.
I just think kings play a lot more with androgyny than queens do, typically.
Yeah.
As far as I can tell.
Especially now. Like, I haven't really seen... Before the pandemic, I feel like I saw, like, kings. Like, kings. Like, very, like... Kings. You know?
You can say Muff Daddy.
Cut that out! Cut that out!
I'm sorry!
Cut that out!
No, but that's like...
It's a respectful thing. He does. It looks good.
He does fuckboy drag, and he did it in a
And
good,
he does it well.
in a good way. He did
Okay,
it.
now you have to cut it out because it's like cutting it out.
All right, fair enough.
Do you want to redo it? I've seen like kings, but it was more like king kings.
King fuckboy kings,
Yeah.
kind of like Muff Daddy.
Yeah.
Yes. Was that us redoing?
Oh, Lord have mercy.
In any case, no disrespect to him because he did what he does very well.
Oh, very well.
And like, and that is a whole genre. And I think that's like the beautiful thing about drag kingery. Is there's a lot of avenues to explore that have not yet been explored on stage.
Yeah.
So.
And I'm continuously looking for those avenues.
What's a avenue? Who's an inspiration that you want to draw from that you haven't yet?
Oof. I draw a lot of inspiration from, again, David Bowie, Billy Porter, like the outfits. Like, I honestly, something I want to be better at is when I first started, everyone was like, your performance is there, but like your outfits are not. And I was like, that's okay, I'm gonna get there. Just like making more outfits that are a little bit more conceptual, I feel like, is something, an avenue that I wanted to go down.
Yeah.
Like for the Divas brunch, I really want to do like the iconic, like, do you know the red outfit that has like the huge
huge hips?
I want to
Absolutely.
do that so
Let's do it.
bad. So it's like things like that, just being more like not mindful, but like more tedious with what I'm doing with my looks.
Absolutely.
And stuff like that. I want to be kind of like Giselle Overmay, who has such thought out fucking numbers that are just so funny and so witty. I want to do a little bit more camp because I'm not good at camp, and I want to push the envelope with that.
That's fair.
So,
I would argue that you are good at camp. You just don't call it camp. I don't know.
That's
like
fair.
I would think I would call most of your drag duel numbers with I.M. like as camp numbers.
That's
I would
true.
call most of those camp numbers.
That's true. But it's hard doing it by myself. Like,
right.
It's so easy with someone who's so comfortable. Thank you, Anne. For being so comfortable with camp that it makes me feel comfortable.
Yeah.
But like doing it by myself, it's a little bit more difficult.
True.
So, because I wouldn't necessarily say I'm the funniest person in the world, but
like, I don't know, it's not necessarily funny, it's silly.
it's just weird,
'Cause, like,
silly, yeah.
I think my best example of camp now is just like pistachio cream pie. Anything she fucking does.
Anything she does.
But like,
She was a fucking icon.
one
Oh
thing
my God.
that like one number that just springs to mind immediately is of course to the left, oh, and it just keeps going to the left.
See, and that's like a
To the
thing.
left,
That's
to
a
the
thing
left.
that I don't have. Is especially like something that like pistachio
Okay,
has
I was
is
watching.
just like the creativity beyond this world.
It does take. I don't know where she gets the
I
ideas.
don't fucking know, but it's like I get so jealous because I'm like, I wish I had that mind.
Yeah.
I mean, pistachio will help you with.
I absolutely know, but it's just like I want to be able to like do it myself.
Oh, absolutely.
But I can't.
So my favorite topic of the show is our quick tips of drag, which is 3 different tips you would give to
Any performer, new, old, whatever.
My number 1 is always going to be do it for you.
Mm-hmm.
You want to think about the audience, but if you're not doing it for you, then why are you doing it?
Agreed.
That's like probably my biggest one, and that's kind of what I'm trying to get back towards, because I have been lucky to be booked where I'm like kind of feeling like I'm running
Yeah.
a lot. But I've also just like the first like couple days of Pride this month, like I had the most heartwarming experience at my first show on the first.
At the
And then-
GSA, that's right.
And then, again at the GSA, and then at your show, it was like seeing a kid there, like having the best time in the world,
Mm-hmm.
just like for people being who they are. Like that is just it was very uplifting. So like remembering why I do what I do, and it's doing it for me.
Gotcha.
Because for other people, that's enjoyable.
Work.
So that's my number one. Second tip. Invest in staples,
Staples.
like black shoes. Like
Oh! I
staples.
was like,
Yeah.
Office supplies,
Yeah.
right.
Like, things that can be worn over and over again, I guess.
Yeah.
That's so true, and that
It's-
extends to drag like queens and
And,
things
yeah,
too.
everywhere.
It's just
yeah.
get a nice fucking comfortable pair of shoes.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like investing in the things that you know are gonna last a long time. Like I just got a corset for the first time,
Oh.
and I absolutely love it. And like I know that I'm gonna be using it for a while. Yeah. And my last one is show up, be professional, be kind, do your thing, and go home. Something I've learned from like being a theater person is that it's very much the same as drag. It's very political. It can be a lot of networking. That's kind of how you get to know people in the scene. But if you can't show up and be your most authentic self while also being kind to the other people that you're working with, people aren't going to want to work with you.
Truly.
No.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
like, it's really important to just like, be yourself, but also just be kind to people. Like I feel like it takes more work to be fucking mean to people.
I
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah, and it takes a lot
So-
more guts. Nerve is what it is. It takes a lot of nerve.
Yeah, so I think it's just like really, really important to just like be as professional as you can, show up, be nice to the people around you, be nice to bar staff.
Oh
be
my
nice to
god.
your servers.
Yeah.
I've been hearing something of going around the cities about how people are just like not tipping servers, and I'm like, they're literally working for you. Like I don't know.
The
but
tip is part of the expense included in.
really?
If you don't know how to make 20%, it's just move the decimal point
point
over,
to the
bitch.
left, baby.
That's 10%, and then you double it.
Yeah.
It's easy math.
It's just like being kind to the people who are literally in the same space as you.
Period.
Is probably my third one. I remember when I first started, a lot of the judges panels that I was on had a lot of queens on it.
Yeah.
And they all told me to wig, and I said, I don't like it. And
You don't have to have a wig.
You don't. There's also queens
that don't wear wigs.
and you want to know what it is? They perform their asses off.
Mhm.
Priscilla Asusi, like
Yup.
a fucking icon,
Yeah.
can perform in natural hair,
She can.
and
same
it
with,
doesn't have to be a wig. It just doesn't have to be, and it doesn't have to be someone else telling you, oh, it's gonna be cuntier if you have a wig on. Like it's just.
I don't know about that. It doesn't necessarily.
It doesn't mean anything.
Because I tell you what, you don't have to pin in your own scalp. Like,
Oh, yeah, that's true. Because I think if I was wigging every single time, I would be.
I'm so sorry. If you were wigging every single time.
If you wig every single time, like, I don't know, if it doesn't make you happy, you're just going to be unhappy in your drag.
True.
Yeah.
You
True.
just have to, like, do what actually resonates with you, no matter how much other people want to see something different.
From the moment I started drag, I knew I wanted big hair. And now we're in this little cunty flat hair era, and I'm like,
No.
Y'all
we
are-
don't even wear that big a hair is the worst part.
not that big.
We don't do double stacks or anything.
No. But, like, it's just do what makes you happy. Even if
Yeah,
people call you
absolutely.
40 years old at 29.
Wait, did that happen to you?
No, it didn't.
Oh, I was like, damn! Alright!
I'm manifesting the controversy. I don't know how I... Wait, hang on.
Your hair is something else.
Yeah, I
right
know. Sorry. Wait. We'll go back to fuckboy. Hold up.
I'm just adding more color because I realized
There we
I just
go.
really
It
didn't
looks
add
really good.
anything at all. So.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say, because I want to do, like, this final makeup comparison while I'm picking up Hunky's shit that I tipped over.
Wow.
What
Do you-
final comparison are we doing?
I don't know. I just want to, like, do a little show the camera moment.
Yeah, of course.
Before we do that, where can people find you on social media and stuff?
I am at Hunky Dory Drag on Instagram. That is HUNKY DORYDRAG. That's where I post all of my schedules. I'm going to be at Saloon and Lush for the main stage this year for Pride on the 24th.
Wait, you're doing both in the same day?
You better work!
Uh-huh.
You better work.
You're crazy, I love it.
So yeah, that's like some really big ones coming up, but I'm also going to be with like Mr. Mom on the 17th. I'm going to be at Mirage for Lush on the 17th.
Mark.
Yeah, so I'm going to be kind of all over the cities.
Well, then should we get closer?
I just kind of want to like, little camera moment. Hang on.
Course.
Hang on.
Okay.
We're going to move stuff. Hang on.
All right. Well, thank you so much for watching. Yeah.
Hey. All right, we could do better than that.
Do you want me to do it?
Dude, what? Oh, you want to... Wait,
Yeah,
can you be
sure.
like your best fuckboy, like...
Thank you so much for watching our video.
Yeah.
Baby girl. If you want to see more content, go to the Drag Me With a Spoon page on YouTube and Instagram.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Okay,
See you
goodbye.
later, bro.
Okay.
Slamming.
And then I will do some
That is
little...
so fucking weird. Okay.
That was something else.
Yeah, man.
Not the baby girl.
Yeah, baby girl.
Alright, you ready? We're just gonna...
Hang on.
Let's see.
Are you taking a photo or a video?
Don't get that fucking
Oh,
close.
sorry. We got a video already?
Are you doing a video?
Alright.
That's a video currently. Just like, whoa, that's a man. That's a man, Maury.